Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. Today I would like to talk about toxic relationships and relationships in general. So how we feel about ourselves is the type of people that we attract, and a lot of the time if we talk down on ourselves, we attract relationships of people that are very toxic and manipulative, and they like to also talk down on us because we do it to ourselves. And I know a lot of people who are in relationships and they kind of just allowed their partner to treat them like shit. And I would sit there and I would ask them, I would be like, why are you letting them talk to you like this? Why are you letting them treat you like this? And they could never give me a good answer. But I think we both knew they just didn't have the self-respect for themselves. And I was in a very toxic relationship myself, which I attracted people that were emotionally unstable and who were broken and who I needed to change. And I realized that, so with me, a lot of my relationships were over the phone, or like kind of just like FaceTime and everything, or it was just kind of sexual, which is strange because I never even actually had sex, but that's besides the point. I attracted people that were emotionally unavailable because I wasn't emotionally available, and I never realized that. And then okay, so let's just give the person that was like my ex a name, Fred. So Fred was very toxic and he was a hater. He was very manipulative, and I always let him come back because I enjoyed it, and I didn't respect myself enough to kind of to kind of put an end to his bullshit, basically. In a relationship, if you don't allow yourself to feel how you feel in that moment, it's gonna get bottled up. And then a lot of the times people say, oh yeah, get over someone else by getting under someone else. And that doesn't work. And if you tried it, you probably realized that didn't work, or it just always ends up failing miserably. And that's because until you get over those emotions for that one person, you're just going to continue to attract similar people. And until you just take time to think about it and to basically end that feeling, and it's going to take time. Of course it's going to hurt, but if you cry it out, that is kind of the only way to get over it. Of course, crying isn't that fun. I mean, your nose is stuffy and then it's hard to breathe. You might be in pain, like physically, but is emotional pain just building up better than a stuffy nose? And then eventually you'll feel better because it always gets better. And no matter how deep you are in any emotion, over time it will get better. You just have to allow it, and you have to believe that it'll get better. Because if you continue to say, oh, it's not gonna get better, oh, I'll never find better, everything happens for a reason. And if someone leaves, or if you were kind of forced to leave a situation, it was for the better. It may not feel like it was for the better in the moment, but later on when you look back and you reflect, you'll be like, wow, I am so happy that I left, or I'm so happy they left. Like, that was doing me a favor. And with Fred, he was so on and off, and he would leave, he would come back, he would leave, come back. And I would always know when he would come back, and every time he came back, he would just shake up my world, make me go depressed for a week, or no, that's too much time. Make me go depressed for like 2 or 3 days, have my whole life switched upside down, but it was necessary because what I was building wasn't stable enough and it needed to be shaken up for me to realize, let that shit crumble and cry it out. Because if you are holding on to something, getting that emotion out there is so healing. And a lot of people, they feel ashamed for crying. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, like, I shouldn't cry, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's allowed. You're allowed to cry, and you're allowed to be proud of yourself for getting over a situation that was hard. And it develops all of this emotional strength and emotional growth because you allow yourself to feel what you feel without resistance and without hesitance. Because again, everything happens for a reason, and we are going to go through so many life-altering situations, so many changes, and there are just so many unexpected situations that will happen in your life. But if you look at it from a lesson viewpoint instead of just the physical, oh my goodness, wow, they just left, they weren't beneficial for you anyways. So you really need to realize, and a lot of the time I realized that with Fred, I ignored his flaws. I ignored everything I didn't want to see, and I allowed myself to have hope. And of course, it's amazing to have hope because hope is what keeps you going. But I didn't need that hope for him because there's always better. And that situation was only causing me pain, stress, and betrayal. And he was just a very manipulative liar who was narcissistic, and honestly, he was a hater. A lot of people, you don't know who is truly there to support you and who's there to fake support you and to just hate on you. And then there's also people that will come into your life and they will try to take your happiness away, and just, they're energy suckers, they're energy vampires, because they see that you have a heart and they just take it away. And when you're broken, you feel like you don't have enough love, but you are full of love. And when you give love, you get the love right back. And a lot of the times, if you think of a disco ball is a million pieces of glass shattered, put together to shine brighter than originally. Glow sticks, you must break them before they can shine, and you can't really appreciate happiness until you've realized what suffering is, and you've realized this is pain, this is happiness. I can have happiness, I deserve happiness, I deserve love, and I deserve this. And realizing what you deserve versus what you were allowing yourself to be surrounded with is the most important, because I would allow myself to be around people who would complain about everything, who would judge me, who would degrade me, who would try to change who I was. I don't want to change who I am. I enjoy who I am. And I also realized that before, I didn't need to lose weight to be loved, and I was loved by so many people, and I was the only person not accepting myself in my past. And I realized that I'm lovable, I am worthy of love, I'm worthy of people who will treat me the way I'm meant to be treated, because there are like over 7 billion people in this world, and it's honestly amazing when you can just see multiple people at the same time, because divine timing is everything. And so throughout our entire lifetime, we will meet the same people over and over again in different incarnations, in different spirits and everything. And we may not realize it, but they're there to help us, and they're there to help us grow. And we need to just see it from the lesson viewpoint and see it from the overall viewpoint instead of just one specific side. So with that being said, allow yourself to feel, cry that shit out, and move on to better. You are worth it. You're worthy of love. You deserve the best, and you're destined for success. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Also, leave some suggestions on what you guys would enjoy listening about. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, night, or whatever time you're watching this. Bye.